Hello and welcome, folks, to Seekers of Legend, NeoExodus, Heralds of the End, Episode 8. Where things are about to get wild and wacky in all sorts of ways. Unfortunately, Xiaomi might not be able to make it this session as her internet is playing up and she's unfortunately with Comcast. Therefore is most likely being given the runaround by the various aspects of their customer service department.
Feel very sorry for her.
Let's all speculate for a moment on the benefits of capitalism, whilst we observe this moment of silence in honor of Sion Miki.
To be fair, it's not capitalism, it's what's the word, synthetic...
Zoning laws.
I was going to say synthetic monopoly.
Yes, created
Capitalism.
by zoning laws. No, that's the government, man.
Well, anyway.
This is why robots should rule the world.
If robots ruled the world, we'd all be dead.
This is true, and the world would probably be better off.
This is also true.
I believe Xanarin had taken the Amethyst Pyramid.
Yes.
Just putting in the notes.
And
He
Nikki
said-
Yeah,
she had the
Xiaomi
star.
had the Western Star, yeah. And did anyone
Who
take
had
one
the
of
third
the...
one?
I believe, Colin, you took one of the distance longbows, but I think that was already factored in. Am I wrong?
Yeah, to fill in those that may be watching, currently Chris is doing math right now, trying to figure out how much gold we've earned. Alright, there's the list according to Matthias in general.
Yeah, but...
Also for you crafters, now's your time to speak up if you want to keep any of the armor or weapons or things like that for
I think Mars was looking to keep
for that.
keep at least some of the stuff that was used for the construct, if nothing else.
Probably.
Oh yeah, all the construct cores that we got, all the construct
Oh, I put...
housings we got.
Okay, right. So the mana sensitive stone, the 2 crystal mana cores, and the mana projector.
And the gargoyle.
Yeah, I think I've already put that next to your name, but no, I'll do that. Just be a second.
Because that gargoyle means new master.
Oh, this is gonna worry me.
And a smaller golem corgi.
Oh, you have some good taste at least.
Matthias, did you want the Matthias? Did you want the Deadfall Stinger as a potential sword blade, or have you given up on that idea?
The Deadfall what?
The Deadfall
Oh,
Stinger.
those.
You know, the giant scorpion blade.
No.
Okay, right.
Yeah. It's gonna need to be something fancy to have Mattias give up his family blade.
Fair enough. Okay, and Magnus wanted the torque.
Yeah, something I didn't realize was there.
Okay, right. So, yes, folks, if you're wondering, yes, we are dealing with a shopping episode.
Yep, and I'd probably say hold off on selling the bracers of the monocle because it might be something Nikki might maybe end up grabbing. At least until she confirms or denies.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right, we're heading back to the village. We're
Yeah.
trying to find a decent place to dump all this stuff.
Well, you can do searching around and talking to people, and you know, you could do some gathering information through diplomacy, and then attempt to try negotiate sales. It will be
That's generally
recommended.
how the process goes.
It will be recommended that you leave Eidolon/mounts behind, though.
You mean outside of town, or?
More on the ship, or in the stables. It's more a case of it's more a case of don't take the aggressive predator to the market district.
But there are cats there.
Yes.
This place is full of cannibals and other nut jobs. I doubt the Griffin's far from. Is probably next to a pub compared to stuff they see.
All right.
I could fix that, like temporarily.
You're being a robot, Shane.
Well, everything was getting through. It was just lagging.
Onyx basically approaches and says, "I can take care of that for a bit if you'd like."
I've got my own fix, and I'll cast a spell, and then pick up the small griffin statue and put it into my bag of holding.
Fair enough. I'll just.
I was going to use pup shape, but okay, that works.
Huh. Seems like a useful spell.
It is a useful spell.
As is the pop shape, which I think turns it into a griffin cub effectively, doesn't it?
Yeah, it turns it into basically a youngling.
Oh, we have an interesting way to win fights then.
Right.
Okay, so just double check I've got it. So right, you're back. I'm going to assume that you've basically gotten back and taken your rest on the ship, because it's easier to rest there than it is anywhere else.
There are beds there that we can call ours. It is significantly easier to rest there.
Well, that and you've got rather large, thick pieces of ironwood and an armed crew between you and anyone who tries to mess with you.
Yep. And then again, when we're off the ship, I don't actually sleep much.
I have a ring of sustenance, so
Yeah.
don't sleep much either.
Yes, but that's more just because I live on a frozen hellhole. Food isn't necessarily always easy to get.
The fuck do you do with a lot of free time?
Well,
How do you think he got so good with using a pair of shields?
that's how I don't sleep.
Dwarven age?
He's not that old for a dwarf.
Sure.
I've had lots of dancing.
Ah yes, the keep watch spell, always useful.
Very. It becomes more useful when you actually read it and realize it's one creature every 2 levels.
Yeah, but you still have to rest. So personally, if I wasn't on watch,
You still have to stop. You don't have to sleep.
yeah, that just means for me that I would end up reading for several hours, as would most of my characters.
We're talking playing cards, gambling.
Nah, reading. Even my fighters tend to be bookworms.
Then they just, after 2 hours, are just here, get your timer off. All right, let's get going. On to the next step.
Right, so if I could get some diplomacy checks to try and figure out best places for you to sell and purchase items.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll do an add. You know what? Add 20 to this.
And I'm going to be using honeyed tongue on this, so
40 total.
let me go ahead and
I'm going to let them do it.
All right. Full advantage.
Let's see. So I'm no help.
Yeah, sorry, dude. There's only so much that Grumpy Dwarf can do in this situation.
29
Yeah.
for me.
I mean, I could always threaten them.
Let's see. If I assist skills. Okay.
Yeah,
Shit.
we're already looking at a 44. I think you guys are going to be fine. Well, 42, and then
Oh, that's Ziggy. No wonder it's not there.
that would help.
I'm like, why don't I have diplomacy? I know I put diplomacy on this character. Oh, looking at Zig East.
Well, not to mention you're last I checked, your class last I checked, the Guardians have that anyway.
And that's
Yeah,
27.
Yeah. It's a class skill.
Yeah.
So that's why I was confused why I didn't have anything there.
Yeah, but yes, that would be yes. So that's a total of 44. So you're able.
Cool.
So you're able to find many and varied merchants in which you can sell these off without flooding the market.
Just to make
That
sure
is
we're getting
also
a good. Just to make sure we're getting a good price.
Oh, it'll be a separate role for the diplomacy for the price negotiations.
Marius considers the pros and cons of causing economic recession to an enemy.
To be fair, even if you did, to be fair, you're in a metropolis. You're not going to cause an economic recession.
Damn.
I mean, we could
Now, if we
always
brought
try.
a dragon horde back, that might be another story.
True.
Yeah, you bring back a dragon horde, and well, yeah, that causes problems for anywhere.
Unless we found a dragon.
How old was it? How old was the dragon? Oh, it was only an ancient worm.
Yeah, and then it's 4 adult kids, all which their own horror.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
At that point,
That's all.
At which point the government starts. Yeah, but at that point the government starts taxing and/or reclaiming lost treasures of the nation. It's like, and that's a national treasure, and that's a national treasure. That's the national treasure of a nation
That's
we're
nice.
allied
Your only
with.
problem, sir, is we picked it up 3 nations over, so kiss my butt.
Salvage rights.
Yep.
Alright, you want it? Come get it. You're gonna have to go through us.
Yeah, that's another good
At which
thing.
point
Considering
you-
how many
Yeah.
dragons we just killed, that might not be a good idea.
To be fair, at which point they drown you in mooks. It's like, you've got a force of 7 people that are really tough. We've got a barracks of 10,000.
I have mythic
We're gonna
fireball.
need more
We got a
men.
mythic
Yeah,
fireball
all those
machine
vet
gun.
barracks.
Yeah, I was more meaning for a regular campaign where you don't have that option. I mean,
Whoopsie!
let's be fair, you're a group of 7, you are tough. Killing 7,000 people of level 5 or above is going to be,
Bottleneck will solve everything.
AoE solve a lot.
yeah, this is true, but then they just
And there's no problem too difficult that liberal use of explosives cannot solve.
Yeah,
You
on
could
that
just
front,
for
throw
miles.
me at them.
I will say that is a fair
Yep.
point, but I would also say, on the front of artillery, yeah, the national armies, the nation's armies probably got more equipped for artillery than you guys are.
For now.
But that is
Alright, diplomacy check to sell stuff. Another plus 20s. And,
A nat 20 on the
54.
roll.
Okay, yeah, we're all just gonna be buffing, buffing
Yeah,
with
give
those
it
as
buff
hard
at
as we can.
54 there.
So that's a 24 and a 27 and a 30.
Okay, can we stop there?
So
Because
that's
you're now at a
plus
60.
6, so that takes it to a 60.
Yeah, I'd say you've got enough there. I will say that. Right, I'm going to have to calculate things now because I think you've probably gotten, rather than half market value, you've probably got 3/4 market value for the lot there.
Oh, well, awesome.
oh yeah.
Come on, we're saving. You can
and
afford to pay us a
and
little
to be
bit.
fair, the businessmen aren't going to care if they end up not being if they end up starving to death before you save the world. It's one of those.
Look
yeah,
at it this way: the money you're giving us, we are going to be investing back into the local system area. So
yeah, it's more a case of yes, that's great. Apart from if I give you all the money you would technically give, I'm not going to be able to make rent, and me and my family are going to starve.
You will in 5 minutes when we buy something.
Presuming you
That's a
buy from the
fair
same
point.
place. Presuming you buy from the same place that you actually
I'll be
sold
right back.
stuff to. Right. So you guys just talk amongst yourselves. You guys just feel free to have a chat whilst I figure out. I'm guessing you're not selling the feathered Tyranno lightning organ.
Probably not. I'm sure someone will have a fit.
Okay, let's see. So just skip that part and go straight from the Jungle Realm route down.
If there's a way I can affix it to my throat and get a breath weapon.
That would require invasive surgery, and considering how big it is, would probably kill you.
We'll do that after we enlarge, permanently enlarge.
Yeah.
Even then,
Permanently
it might...
enlarging and then Titan's oh god.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, still not going to be big enough. I'll put it this way: even if you were enlarged, it's still technically wider than your throat.
So they get me permanently enlarged, and then I go into a Titan's rage. How's that?
Yeah, and then when
Alright.
when your rage wears off, you pop the lightning organ inside your own throat.
Alright,
Yeah,
we're gonna need to make a trip to Eberron, get some of those flesh raptors.
That would be an unfortunate situation. Natural crit.
If we permanently reduce the organ.
Meh, maybe.
I got it.
And then we walk into an anti-magic field and suddenly pop.
Well, then I'm just dead in general because I mean, it's a case of that thing expanding and me entirely contracting.
Yeah, at which point, natural crit, 20d6 of lightning damage.
At higher level, he might be able to survive that.
Not with a times 4 crit.
That's fair.
Miles, think you could somehow graft it onto my gun?
Okay, let's
The
see.
giant lightning thing?
Mattias nods and just looks like he's trying to challenge you.
Well, yeah, but it looked like a bagpipe.
Bagpipe of death.
That's just what they call the music that comes from them.
There's worse things that could happen than a gun looking like a bagpipe.
Very
Very
few
true.
things.
If it's a grandpa, then...
I mean, if said gun that looks like a bagpipe shoots lightning, I don't see how there aren't many things that could be worse.
I'll get it glamored, so at least it doesn't look like it. Alright, so got anything you guys are looking to buy?
Improvements on my shields?
Armor upgrades for me, and then I'm also shooting to get Ring of Chameleon Power if I can find one around.
I got...
okay, I'm back.
I've got a couple things, maybe some Daredevil's boots, gloves of marking, Swordsmaster's flare. I may actually buy another
Okay, yeah.
Mysterious Prism Stone.
So, total sold. Once summed up, and with some fancy negotiating about the mundane jewellery technically being extra planar, you're looking at a total of 84 grand, or 12 grand each.
Nice.
Very nice.
So how
Okay.
expensive would it be to get shocking put on my shields.
Shocking or shocking burst?
Shocking.
You're gonna want.
Shocking.
Never mind.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
you can
asking
upgrade to
Chris.
shocking burst later.
I was gonna say, well,
I'm asking Chris specifically because it's a gray area because technically my shields are also weapons, but primarily.
yeah, they're a bit of an odd one, but
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Do
why
we
you
use the
chip.
armor numbers or the weapon numbers?
I think it works effectively. I think it effectively works with innate item bonuses as they stack together, if I remember correctly.
Now my enhancement bonus for the shield doesn't apply to attacks and damage.
I need to.
That's why you enchant one as a weapon, and then one as
Yeah,
as
apart
armor.
from bashing is a shield enchantment, it's and he kind of needs bashing
Yeah,
for his build. Okay.
I have bashing on both shields right now, so.
Okay, I'm just removing all the stuff that. Oh, and are you guys selling the scrolls or are you keeping those?
Well, I already took the Godly Scroll of Holy Smite.
Yeah, I
I
was
wanted to
meaning
ask
the
how
actual
often
use-up
that's
scrolls.
usable. Unfortunately, the other scrolls, I don't have any of those on my spell list, so I would have to make a use magic device to cast them.
Okay.
I don't know about Xanarin.
I've got standard paladin spell list, and from the list rolls, I really interested in them.
Let's see, how much of those boots you posted? Damn.
Actually, just recalculating with some of the things I might have missed. So pop it up to 13 grand each, but yeah, so I missed a couple of items. And if you're looking to sell the scrolls, then we can probably take it up to 14.
Oh, it's not enough.
Yeah, so
It's not enough.
I'm guessing you'll be keeping the 2 scrolls of freedom of movement just in case, because
They
That's
help a
probably a
little.
safe bet.
yeah, so I'll up the Omni's gold and then. Then we can
I
start.
need 3,000 more gold.
For what?
The War Mage's helm.
Well, as I say, factoring in the scrolls and all that, you can take it up to 14. So you only need 2 grand more.
While warned by a spellcaster, they may use their primary casting stat in place of their strength for attack rolls. This item also grants an inherent +4 bonus to 1 mental stat.
Yep, I want that one too.
Charisma! Boost my charisma by 4 more. 26 charisma for using that for my attack rolls.
Are there any cheap teleporting?
Where's that item?
Teleporting item. Any cheap teleporting items?
No, I have the War Mage's helm.
It's one of the ones Chris made. It's in the Google file. It's in the Google documents
Yeah,
that he
there's also
made.
a few more that I put on today that I thought.
Google Drive.
Let me take a look at the new stuff then.
Yeah, I think that big standout was probably the Iron Crown. Let's see. Basically lets you have multiple resonant ion stones at once.
Oh shoot!
So the question is, do I save the money and come back later, or do I spend it now?
That will be up to you guys.
Both.
I'm gonna wander around the shops, see if I can find that ring that I was looking for. See if I can find a good blacksmith to upgrade my armor, and
Okay, so
also just sort of see what's around. Window
are you
shop a
looking
little
for
bit too.
a mercantile store first or a blacksmith first?
Let's go to the blacksmith first.
Okay, just a second.
See what we can do there.
Sorry about this, just having some difficulty finding some of my documents. Okay, why is that not there? Please tell me it's not in the other file. No, okay, that's good. Thought I'd put the other thing in there, but nope.
All right, I've got my decisions made.
Okay, so
That's nice.
for anyone who's looking for a does anyone else want to go to the blacksmith, or?
I need my armor enchanted, but I doubt they can handle that.
Oh right, we can do enchantments in house, can't we?
Well, you can get them done through the people hired by the crown, basically, yeah.
Okay.
All right then.
And yeah.
Is there?
Pardon?
I was going to ask, what's the sort of benefits or just how much are they costing for the in-house enchanting?
They'll effectively do it for cost.
Yeah.
So about half a normal price.
All right.
But I'm just double checking the old rules on Unchained about innate item bonuses, because I can't remember if they actually covered the whole weapons versus armor enchantment thing or not.
Yeah, they didn't really cover the cost difference there well. It's just sort of multiply your cost by 4 and that's what it is.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing the cost thing, it's more odds and armor.
So we could get
yeah, I'm just
like the
gonna
War Mage's Helm at 8 grand, have it made.
No, basically they are willing to enchant. There are certain basically they're willing to do enchantment of weapons and armor and that sort of thing, not craft outright items. Those are a bit different.
Basically, they'll upgrade our stuff, but they won't make anything new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes things simpler for me. It saves me some time. I make my armor and then I hand it over to them to enchant it. Like, here you go. Enchant this shit.
Okay, and one other thing. Magnus, as far as I'm concerned, I'll let them both. I'll let the numerical bonuses apply to both, and so if you get your shocking enchantment, which would be, if you get it through these guys, it'd be 1,000 each.
Okay. Consider that done.
All right, I'm getting the quickness enchantment on my armor. Miles show me something good.
Okay.
I'd like to get Crusading and Defiant.
Okay, I'll need links for the enchantments and all that, just so I can remind myself.
It's the +1 psionic enchantment that gives you +5 to movement.
Ah, right, yeah. Okay.
Sent.
Thanks. I've been looking over enchantments all week, and the names are all starting to blend together.
Yeah, it's okay. I understand how that goes. Yeah, they're both +1 enchantments.
Okay, in regards to crusading, I'll need to double check the fines as well, but crusading, you will have to be involved in the enchantment.
I can do that.
Because, obviously, one is dedicated specifically to Yomadai, and yeah, most of the people here have never heard of Yomadai.
I can teach
What?
the smith.
Alright, I'm getting the Swordmaster Slayer blue scarf, the Daredevil's boots, and I'm gonna get the gloves of marking.
Okay, right, well, when you're doing that, I'll show you to the shop. I'll just port you guys over.
Alright.
So what's that +2 gonna cost?
Plus 2 would be... Well, you're getting 2... Let's
Oh,
see.
excuse me. Hiccups.
You're getting the difference between your current... You're getting it upgraded effectively to a +2, aren't you? So, it'd be 4,000...
Yeah, from 0 to 2.
Yeah, it'd be a 4,000 gold then.
Okay. Okay, I can do that.
So, just so I'm clear, you said my shield's enchantment bonus can work for attacks,
And defense.
and then weapon enchantments work for defense.
Yeah, when it's on the shield, yeah. When it's on weaponized shields.
Nice.
Well, if I try doing it any other way, it's going to be a bookkeeping nightmare.
Oh, I'm very happy because that brings me up.
It does, however, mean
Is
that
now.
it does, however, mean that you can max out at +5, though, total.
It's fine.
And wait, your weapons were already bashing, weren't they? So it will so the price will have to go up a bit. Sorry, just realised that since they're going up to plus, they're going up from,
Ew.
yeah, they're going up to +2, so it'd be 4,000 each, but
That's perfectly fine.
or 3,000 because it's the difference you pay, not the
Yeah.
full price. So yeah, it'd be 3,000. Whoa. Well, that was odd.
What happened?
Started seeing spots for a second.
That's
more
not a
water.
good thing.
Yeah. Happens on occasion, but yeah, not fun.
Drink more water.
I do. I just don't know if I drink enough to counterbalance the heat wave.
I'm almost afraid to ask.
It's not that bad weather-wise, but yeah. It's not that bad compared to
About
what
to say,
you
I'm
get.
afraid to ask what you consider a heat wave.
In Celsius, high 20s to low 30s. In summer, anything above 28 Celsius is considered a heat wave. I think around 85 or higher, something like that.
86 for 30 degrees Celsius is 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so probably. So I'm not sure what 28 is, but yeah. Nowhere near
Well,
what-
obviously lower, but
Yeah,
It
Since 30 is
is like 82, 83 degrees Fahrenheit.
yeah. So
It's kind of cold.
And you know what? Just because it's cheap and I don't get to move my own advance, I'm going to take a quick runner shirt because you used the pre-nerf for.
yeah. Okay, and you're all buying.
we haven't even reached our high yet today.
Yeah. Well, this is the gentleman who you're buying from, who is mildly worried at the amount of gold you're showing about. He introduces himself as
Okay.
Axosal.
I don't see anyone.
I'm just about
Let
to.
me refresh my screen. There he
Oh,
goes.
there he is.
And have I moved you guys over or not? Am I going?
Hey.
We have
No,
not
we're
been
still
moved
on the
off the
ship.
ship.
This would be the problem.
He looks familiar.
Yes, the only other piece of decent Sinian art. It's the one problem with playing NeoExodus, there is very little art out for it. The art style varies wildly, so some can be very good, and others... Oh dear God, have you ever seen the bit of blue Sinian art, by the way, Onyx?
The what now?
There's a light blue piece of art for a Sinian that makes him look the dirtiest I've ever seen any player race.
Like dirty old man type thing?
No,
or?
derpy, as in silly looking. Hang on,
Oh, no,
I'll see
I've
if I
not
can.
seen that.
I will see if I can find it. Yeah, it's light blue, and instead of all sharp angles, it's all rounded and makes it look like a chubby bloke with bowed legs.
Lovely.
That was actually good to me.
Well, sort of. It's in general chat. At least it is as soon as it loads. Yeah, you can see
Oh
why.
yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, you can see why I never suggested it, can't you?
Uh-huh.
It's like, the Sinians look so badass, and then they use that for the art for the 5e conversion book.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's it's not a good look. So much for these. I mean, for the things that's supposed to be one of the intellectual powerhouses of NeoExodus, it really doesn't look the part, does it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Let's see, that would make it 3. Jeez. I always forget weapons are just always so damn expensive.
Yeah, weapons are pretty.
Jesus Christ. It would cost me as much to up my sword to what I wanted to take it to as it would to get to the War Mask. Actually, well, considering I might be able to do it because it's since it's just an upgrade, it's half price. So,
Yeah.
but it would still be 8,000 gold.
Well, actually, it's the rules for upgrading a current item is
You pay the difference.
just you actually remove the in half.
Yeah. So.
Oh no! Before halving it, it's 16 grand to up
Yeah.
it.
Fair enough.
the 8 was it halved.
Yeah, but so you're going to a +3 bonus effectively then, or?
+3 bonus essentially, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what
From
you
a +1 to a +3, that's a big jump.
Yeah, so you're getting it what?
Holy.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep.
That's why I'm kind of sitting here like, do I spend the money or do I save it? The only advantage is it seems like a lot of our enemies are evil.
They're like evil and undead. That's what I'm noticing. And
yeah,
that's a trend that I'm hoping to enjoy. What with the armor purchase that I just made.
Well,
you know,
you are facing,
the whole...
you are facing the followers of a creature that is an incarnation of entropy. What
you all need to do is make all of your weapons unholy.
Why?
That way you can redeem them.
Yeah, at that point as a GM, I'm just going to be slapping penalties on everybody at that point.
Well, no, redeem is a
yes, I know.
Redeem is a +3 bonus, but yeah.
Yeah, but it only counts. Yeah, but it only advances if you're applying a +1 when you apply it to an existing unholy weapon.
And walking around with the negative level sounds like a pain in the butt.
Yeah, not to mention it would not be cheap.
Yeah,
And
it's
the
a
whole
+3 bonus.
Yeah.
Plus, if anyone ever tries using our weapons against us, that'd sort of be bad.
yeah.
Plus, when it goes redeemed, it's a holy weapon at that point, so it's no longer against good line.
Yeah, I'd also say that if you're willingly creating an unholy weapon and then choosing to carry it, that might be an alignment issue for the for the paladin, if nothing else.
Also, I just realized, because I actually never picked this up, because I realized I had sold a bag of holding back during when we were getting set up. I never bought another backpack, so I'm actually going to pick up a masterwork backpack.
Or if you have 2 grand lying around, you can pick up yourself a handy haversack.
Not anymore.
Okay, so
I think I'm going to go with the holy. I'll spend the 8 grand.
yes, you can always buy a War Mage's battle mask later.
Well, it was going to have to be later anyway. I don't have enough to buy it now. So.
Yeah. So I should get some perception.
So, what does this wonderful man have to offer us beyond what we've already done?
Just trying to find that,
Alright,
because I did have a document that had like the standout items, but for some reason now I can't find it. Ah, there we go. It's under a different name than I remember putting it under.
Well, at least you put it where you thought you did.
Yes. He himself doesn't have much else that stands out, although he does have one item, which is armor made from an ancient drake's hide.
You tell.
It's got an innate acid resistance. And rather than the and because of the toughness of the hide, grants a +5 armor bonus rather than the normal +4 of lamellar armor without magical applications.
Need to look at Lamellar.
It is, however, quite expensive.
And what kind of Lamellar armor is it?
It's a leather lamellar armor, but it's made from ancient drake hide.
Oh, good.
So let me just double check the info and then I'll give it. Equipment. Anyone else have any questions they're looking for? And there are other shops you can.
Right.
Okay, lamellar leather normally has a +4 AC bonus, maximum dexterity of +3, a -2 armor check penalty, and a 20% arcane spell failure chance. This ancient drake hide has a +5 natural armor bonus, but it has a +5 armor bonus, but is otherwise the same, apart from also granting a natural natural 10 acid resistance.
I may need more deck, but that's really good.
I do not know how to write macros.
And it's I will say it's not cheap though. It is about, well, he's offering the price of 6,200, just because it's such a rare item.
Well, if whoever took that mithril breastplate wants to swap, they may have something they could swap it out for. Since does that thing probably sell? Since that thing sells for about $4,000 itself.
Yeah.
I just got upgrades for that breastplate.
Well, you could say you can put the upgrades on that on the Dragonhide armor.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you wanted to swap those around, then
What was the exact bonus on it again?
+5 to AC, maximum +3 dexterity,
That work.
-2 AC penalty, armor check penalty, and a 20% arcane spell failure chance.
Any special benefits?
10 resistance against acid.
Yeah, I'd be losing a point of armor class. We haven't really been facing that much in terms of acid weapons.
And take the armor. We're gonna need it soon enough.
I will say it's more.
There we go.
It's more just
That
something I came up with as one of my potential oddball items, sort of thing. I'm not. It's not a guarantee of acid attacks just because I've come up with that item. It was
Sure.
just, no.
I'll be right back. I think I just set off my car's alarm.
As I was going to say, dude, it was just because, you know, I need something that works in temperate forests, and I like drake hide, and forest drakes are the only ones that are there, and they use acid.
You'd think after all this time you could tell I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, sorry.
But no, between the bonuses that I'm getting for the two enchantments,
Well, like you said, you'd be able to swap the enchantments to that armor. Just like yeah. Go ahead.
It's still going to be a downgrade. I'm still going to be taking an armor check penalty. I'm going to lose a couple points of AC. And it's only going to be made up for with something that is a finite resource. So
You look over and see Mickey's already stolen your wallet and buying it for you.
Not really worth it to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine, dude. As I say, so anyone want to stop? There is one standout blacksmith that you get recommended as a potential spot as well. So if anyone wants anything else looking for there, you can always nip in and check it out.
Is there any way I can pick up a belt of thunderous charging?
Belt of thunderous charging. I'll need to.
I think I'm 90% sure Chris got rid of the stuff that gives it innate strength bonuses.
Well, no. If there are if they give other effects besides their innate bonuses, then they still exist. It's just it just doesn't guarantee that. Like in the case of this thing, it's a 10,000 gold item, so therefore it wouldn't give a +2 to strength. It would give a +2 to strength and some. It would give a +2 to 2 physical stats. And then it would still have its other effect.
Maybe be swapping out some of my.
Okay, fair enough. It's basically if it has another if you read through, basically if it has another effect besides just giving a stat bonus, it's only the pure stat bonus items that got removed.
Ooh.
So depends on whether you've got 10
+2
grand.
to strength and
Yeah.
+2 to con would be amazing. And
yeah, question is, do you have 10 grand?
Maneuvers. I had before getting this, yes. Before getting this round of gold, I have just enough. Will literally be at 0 gold.
Ouch.
Yeah, but we're talking about a +2 to strength and a +2 to con.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not considering what you know you're going to be fighting soon, that you're not looking into stuff to boost your mental stats.
I gotta.
You know, like will
There's an
saving throws.
enchantment. There's an enchantment that makes you completely immune to mental control for armor.
I'm just gonna get Magnus a tinfoil hat.
I don't think a tinfoil hat would fix that problem, bud. So what is this enchantment you speak of?
I think he's talking about mind buttressing.
Yeah.
All right, that is a thing.
Yeah.
And actually, a tinfoil hat is fairly good.
What plus enchantment is that? Is that a +2?
+2.
Oh, I would need to go up to a +3. The difference between
is 8 grand, but with your upgrade thing being it'd be take it down to 4 grand.
That would give me plus. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with that.
I just figured I'd remind you because.
Yeah, let's just annoy the hell out of you and take away the only way you were going to be able to get me to turn against the party.
Oh, actually,
and upgrade that
actually
onto.
Just having a. Oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it renders you immune to possession and mental control.
And that's the Pathfinder version of the tinfoil hat, the cap of the free thinker.
Where do you see mind buttressing? I don't see it.
I'll put the link. I'll link from Awenasa into player text.
All right, I'm swapping my most of my stuff out, aside from my armor enchantment, to get a belt of the plague rat grave.
Why does that worry me?
So this.
Well, take a look.
Says makes whip.
Yeah, so resistance to disease, so rerolls versus disease and poison.
Yep, plus some really insane bonuses to my stats.
Yeah.
Well, that makes my innate item bonus on my armor go up, doesn't it?
Yeah, so your armor would go up by 2 points as well.
I'm actually gonna need to go on to something else, because I'm actually gonna need to look at the armor, because I may need to swap out of my mental.
Okay, well, if you're looking to... Well, there is a blacksmith you can go to who would be selling interesting armors. So
oh yeah, well, I'll head there. So
I high-five the dwarf because we're wearing similar armor now.
I'm wearing +3 light fortification, mind buttressing force. The forces from Miles' breastplate that's made of mithril. Total that brings my cost up to what for my armor?
Well, as I say, you were just moving it over to... You were just getting the +2 enchantment put on, so it'd be... let's see, but total would be 9 grand plus the mithril armor bonus. So I think that puts your armor at something like 13 grand's worth of... You're effectively walking around with 13 grand worth of gear.
Okay, so that gives me another +2 to a stat.
No, armor doesn't grant +2 to stats. Armor doesn't grant stat bonuses because it's not... No.
No.
Armor gives you pluses to your AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The armor gets basically...
But...
Okay, Xander. Here's how it works. When it comes to armor is a separate thing to body slot items.
Oh.
Armor, you'll get... Armor's innate bonuses I have got this enchantment on it, so I get this numerical bonus, or vice versa.
Okay.
Hey,
And
Chris.
besides, yeah, sorry, someone say something.
Yep, me. I'm up to 25 dex and 18 con.
Shine a light.
I still
gotta
need to get a body slot at him.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
Yeah, as Chris reminded me earlier, you could give me a body or a belt slot.
Let's see. So you come to a blacksmith, and Magnus, you're quite surprised when you see the person inside. Whilst you don't recognise the markings on his face, you do encounter a fellow dwarf here.
But he speaks with a Cockney accent instead of an Irish.
Introduced himself as Derek Bosson.
I look at Magnus, I'm like, does that mean you're related?
It's not what that means at all.
I mean, he's a dwarf, you're a dwarf.
Yeah,
I smacked Miles on the back of the head.
and given the lack of clan clan brands, he's probably not even from the same plane as I am. At which point he gestures to the tattoos on his face. No dwarf where I'm from would be seen alive without their clan brands on their face.
So what you're saying is, Magnus is undead.
Maddox originally had this look of, oh great, they're multiplying, and he just pinches the bridge of his neck.
I know you're not a normal goblin, but please don't play wind-up merchant in here. It's hard enough not to smack you upside the head with a hammer as it is.
Maddox just nods.
So, what will you be looking for?
I'm looking for some of the lightest, most flexible armor you can have.
Okay. Lightest and most flexible. How much you got to spare? Because stuff I'm thinking of isn't cheap.
I'm currently sitting on about $2,000 myself after a rather pricey.
Right, you might want to come back
Oh,
to me
really?
after your next. Right, you might want to come back to me after your next job, because this stuff's a bit out of your price range at the moment.
Well, I've also got at least one thing I could sell. At least let me see the goods. At least I can at least decide.
Okay, and then I can show your friend some of the other items. And let's see. He pulls out. Let's see. Be a second. He pulls out a suit of armor. It's a straight. At first you think it might be blackened steel until you get a closer look and realise that actually it's some form of chitin. Hide of a behemoth from back home before I got transported to this hellscape.
That beast is that then.
good armor. It's let's see. It's technically it would be normally it'd be equivalent to normally it would be steel. It's basically upgraded steel lamellar. So it's got a. It's not enchanted, just masterwork. It's got a +7 to AC. Maximum of +6 to maximum of +6 dex bonus. -3 armor check penalty. And is treated as light armor when worn.
Pass. I'm still gonna need room to grow for just how dexterous I need my armor to be.
Fair enough, lad. I could maybe. I've got some extra I could around. If you come by another time with some money, I could maybe try and work with some of the excess hide I've got stored away.
Plus, you can always enchant it with fusing.
If you can find a Psyforger, I'll get Cassius to do any work for you.
Any other materials? Because I'm not exactly thrilled with the idea of wearing buff.
Not. That's the main one. Let's see. Not at the moment. Sorry. If there's anything special that rolls around, I'll make. If there's anything special that shows up, I'll make sure to let you know if I see you again.
Xander, watch your mic, please.
You're breathing into it.
It might be that I've got going.
There are a couple of items that might be of interest to you folks, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let me, let's see. I've got two items that might prove interesting, although maybe not. I've got this sword, which he pulls out a cold iron longsword, which made from a meteor that fell a few months back. Takes to cold magic surprisingly well. So it's a +2 cold iron longsword that carries the a +2 enchantment of prodigious frost, meaning it does 2d6 of cold damage.
Many has almost lost, I think, just the principal effects of meteor. Even though they can't really use longswords.
The other item he pulls out are something that catches the attention of you, Magnus, although might not be what you're looking for since you just got. These are the war shards, my old preferred weapons. It's a set of twin +2 bashing dwarven war shields that seem to be crafted from a single huge chunk of jagged emerald. They got this neat little trick at which point he flings it out, at which point he thrusts it out, and a crystal shard shoots out and sinks into the wall.
Wait, you got regenerating crystals?
It's part of the magic that makes them regenerate, but the crystals do a d8 +2 plus strength as a ranged attack with a range of 30 feet.
Great. Miles' sword explodes too when he hits things.
Much.
Oh, for the
You
pair?
got non-explosive weapons?
Since you're a fellow twin shield wielder, I'll say this is I'll say these exist. I'll say this is before you get the enchantment work done on your shields, just so you can potentially get these enchanted later.
Okay.
So, let's see, discount for that. Say 10 grand for the lot. Say 10 grand and trade your current shields.
Sure. Would leave me with 2 grand left and 30-foot ranged attack would be useful.
If you're not sure about them, lad, I can keep them around for later. I'll only sell them to I'll only sell them to someone who knows how to use them. So.
And you're saying this is before I got the shields enchanted?
Yeah, this is before they got upgraded with the shock.
Yes. Definitely make that trade.
Okay.
So I'll hand him the shields and the 10 grand worth of gold.
Yeah.
How much for the sword?
For the sword. I'd sell it for 9 grand. Description of the war shards is in chat, Magnus. General.
Right.
So that's a cold iron longsword that has plus 2d6 cold
Yeah, and a +2 on attack and damage rolls.
and a +2 on attack and damage. I'm gonna pose a question to him, just out of curiosity. How much would it take to put some lightning damage on my current longsword?
On that? Enchant. What's your current? Just to ask, what's your current enchantment on your sword, Xanarin?
Right now it's plus flaming.
That'd be 6 grand to compensate for the enchantments. 3 if you got it through the upgrade people.
I'm sorry, what was that last bit? I didn't quite hear.
If you got it through the upgrade people rather than through this blacksmith, it'd be 3 grand to get it upgraded.
I think I'll pass for now, although I'll definitely keep you in mind if I need work done in the future. It looks like good stuff.
Yeah, me thanks. Oh, always good to have more customers. Right.
If I see anyone looking for arms or armor, I'll be sure to send them your way.
My thanks. Okay, as you're traveling past through the town, you do hear a scuffle coming from one of the shops. What sounds like a breaking pot.
I'm gonna walk on.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my gun.
I'll head up to you. I'm not drawing my weapons yet.
Okay.
Can't even have a shopping trip go quietly.
No.
I mean, I'm wearing my shield, so.
Your fancy new war shards. Guessing you're happy about those.
Oh, very.
All right, so what's going on?
Well, I'm just gonna bring you guys over in a second.
All right.
You see inside the marble building of one of the more fancier stores you've seen so far, a man in probably his early 30s, clearly dressed as a merchant, at a top of a flight of stairs. At the bottom of the set of stairs there is a man in lamellar leather armor, toting what to those of you native to NeoExodus you'll recognize as a native variant on the Gladius. And backed up by a few others.
Great. I can look at these guys. Did I feel like anything, well, at least might have hinting of arm power, or do they just look like thugs?
I'm gonna push a sense motive on this. Get a sense of why they're here.
Okay. One other thing I should mention is that the merchant-looking fellow is shakily holding a crossbow.
Well, he's not going to last very long.
Yeah, these are very clearly bandits, and no, they don't have any power. These are just street toughs.
Gentlemen, please, let's not all be assholes.
Yeah, let him be the asshole.
Let them be assholes.
At which point the leader will turn around and point his gladius at you, saying, "This don't concern none of you outsiders. Now go about your business, and we'll let you leave with your lungs intact."
Oh, them's fighting words.
I'm gonna
Funny you should mention lungs.
I'm gonna draw my sword at this point. Just simply, I'm gonna draw my sword at this point. Let it hang down at my side for the moment. Say, I don't think my lungs are the ones that are going to be damaged at the end of the day.
I look at them weird. I'm like, guns. I point down to my gun. I'm like, gun. Think about it.
You do realize that if these guys are purely from the Reis confederacy, Miles, they've probably never seen a gun and have no idea what one is.
I mean, you can attack me, friend, but it's your funeral.
Guessing you'd have moved up a bit, would you, Magnus?
Yeah, sorry,
Go ahead.
Just out of curiosity,
I'm sorting out the new macro.
No problem.
Just out of curiosity, how rugged do these guys look? Commoner level or about?
No, these guys are very clearly sort of organised crime sorts. These are very clearly people who have dedicated their lives to being bad people.
Okay.
I mean, I'll show you the images of the groups you're dealing with, because they're basically these are the sort of standouts. So this is the leader.
You all don't even know the slightest what you're putting up with, Matty says as he twirls his pistol on his finger.
The toughest looking ones of the bunch, who are toting bladed clubs and spiked knuckles. And then there's the one who just clearly looks more like your gutter level thief, but clearly aren't going to say no to working with someone a bit more upper echelon.
Onyx is just gonna dim hop over there.
mage. Well, at least they normally have good loot.
Hey. We're still
I
talking
do.
here.
I have excellent loot.
No, we're not.
Please.
Maddie says he's
Come and
choosing to take
take
a
it.
shot on.
Yeah. Not to mention, I hear you can carve Sinians in some pretty good jewellery if you've got the right tools.
Matthias just shot.
Right.
Yeah.
So who are you shooting?
The leader, he's going to get a nice shot to the face.
Okay, and I'll then get initiative ready to rumble.
Chris,
Yeah.
ranged attack, would that work with my focused weapon, or is that a separate thing entirely?
That would be a separate attack. Okay, first shot hits.
For fuck's sake.
Hey, could be worse, could be in Onyx's position.
And the rest of us are going to draw their attention first. I don't think I've rolled above a 10 maybe once or twice with Mattias.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Onyx right now.
Yeah.
Also,
Crap.
as we're starting this initiative, could I make a really quick attempt to maybe let a couple of people out of here?
What do you mean, people? The only guy in there who's not with the bandits is up on top of the stairs, protected by.
More of a, if you value your lives, get out.
Yeah, at the moment they're looking more scared of their boss than they are of you guys.
That'll change.
Plus, we're also already
Their
blocking his
funeral.
path down.
So what's the wizard at AC wise?
30.
30.
I am now above the wizard in AC because of the upgrades to the shields and the armors. 32.
Oh,
And
shit,
I
thought
didn't
my
spend a
initiative
single
did
copper.
right.
Miles and Magnus go first so far.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that
Magnus
goes
is targeting one of the tough-looking ones.
Oh, I'm so glad that she actually automatically adds our initiative modifier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'll leave Xiaomi out because I don't think you're going to need her for this fight, are you?
I doubt it.
My initiative wasn't set up right. It wasn't including the amazing initiative stuff, so it was 3 off. I fixed it.
Fair enough, easy enough. Easy
I'm
enough.
fixing it on the character sheet right now.
Okay, so Miles, you're up first.
Miles, introduce these fine people to a firearm.
Happy to
Yeah,
do
I'm gonna
it.
shoot that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it 7 and 10 to ask?
Different things. These things are human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the whole entire thing is I'm going to spend a swift action to enchant my weapon, then shooting. Now, the 10 is from the AoE damage and stuff like that. I split it out so I'd be able to put it right there.
Okay.
So it's 10 to adjacent. The other one's an enchantment on my weapon.
Which is what?
Bane human.
Okay, that's mildly disturbing.
Miles, careful where you point that thing near me.
Okay.
Like I said, I gave you the enchantment as a swift.
Okay, Magnus, you're up. Guessing.
Okay, so
Hmm.
one of the tough ones.
Well, one's already been shot, and yeah.
One's been hit by the shrapnel.
One that's been shot.
No, that's the. This is the guy who's full health.
Okay, good. Know exactly what is coming.
Yeah, I do.
Can he
New
even
and
miss?
Proved more deadly.
Yeah, not
Flurry
sure.
of attacks.
Technically, yes, he could have, but no, he hasn't. And this guy is dead.
Poor bastard.
Let's see.
That guy's dead.
Yeah,
Poor
significantly.
bastard.
Let's see. You beat his HP by 31?
I love it.
No, I might be wrong. Let's
I
see.
love it.
32, sorry.
I just looked down at him. And that are tougher than you.
You did 86 points of damage, dude.
Statement stands.
They're street toughs. They're not used to things like you hitting them.
That's their own fault.
Not my problem. I said it was their funeral.
Yeah. Alright. Right, his turn. Okay, he's going to move up and attempt to hit on it. And fail miserably.
About to say, he's going after Onyx? Yeah, attempt is the key word here.
Yeah, well, he's thinking
Onyx
mage.
looks
He's
at
not
him.
thinking Sinian. He's thinking mage, therefore squishy, not Sinian, therefore made of rock.
He's not thinking with portals.
So you've not moved this yet, so you're flat-footed, so... Don't think it's going to matter much, but... 24 to hit, Matthias?
Okay.
Okay. And since you're flat-footed, he gets his sneak attack.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you guys want for one of you for lunch? Yeah. Come on. I'm having a conversation here.
Come on, I'm trying to talk.
19
For
points
a
of
ham
damage,
sandwich,
Matthias.
pretty decent.
What the hell? Not anything you guys did, but some my macros screwed up. So I was trying to change.
Joys of macros. Gordon, you're up.
And what did Shane say?
Said a ham sandwich would be nice.
Take a 5-foot step.
Okay.
And we're going to attack that one right there that just attacked Matthias. Oh, this didn't update.
Oh.
Sorry, it didn't.
Yeah, easy enough to happen, dude.
Yeah, I updated the equipment slot and it didn't update the attack slot. Sorry.
Yeah,
Alright.
as I say, easy enough to do, man.
I got it.
Uh,
Sorry apparently currently rolled crappy. Yep.
Well, both hit. And they are evil aligned, so 22.
32 points of damage.
And down he goes.
That's what you get.
Matthias, you're up.
I feel like I'm not gonna get to go during this engagement.
I wish I had some money for that swordsman fire, but nope. I'll move up here and I'll start swinging. I'll make one swing.
Okay.
32 for 21 damage.
Yeah, that hits. And you drop him. That one had already been caught in the aura. Okay. Other guy's turn. He's going to step up and take a swing at Matthias.
Beautiful.
Yeah. $23 to hit.
Nope. Me the 27.
Secondary attack. The main. And swing with the knuckles. Xanarin, you're up.
Matthias is just deflecting his attacks to display. He's just still looking at the others, talking about one.
I am going to cast a spell as a swift action,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna walk here and here. You wanted that spot, didn't you?
No, I'm right where I need to be.
Hmm.
I just didn't need any help, but that's okay. Go ahead.
And yeah, I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder before saying hi, bitch.
That hits.
Don't ignore me. It's not wise to ignore paladins.
Ah, Paladin, great.
When they're only doing a third of the damage the other people are, I don't know.
Yeah, but the paladin's the most likely one to, you know, keep the group from absolutely murdering you.
Charge the gunner.
Nah, the paladin's big a murder hobo.
He's probably made the worst mistake so far.
Oh, the worst mistake would have been charging me.
Well, so far.
Okay, attack on Miles. Yeah, the dice.
That misses.
Well, he really did upgrade. And
Just staring at him.
I'll be it for his turn. Onyx, you're up.
Onyx just kind of sighs.
Oh, that's harsh.
Oh.
So he gets a fort
extreme
save,
Dutch
or
now.
will save.
Even worse.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what was that? I can't hear you.
Cute guy drowning in air.
Is that a concentration spell?
Nope, 1 hour per level.
Oh, he's gonna die.
In a
And that's Onyx.
horrific way. Drowning with lungs full of air.
Saturn, you can go help Matthias if you like.
As whenever Xander comes up, Maddie's will whisper, maybe check Onyx's alignment?
I was going to say, that is...
Miles' turn.
Yeah, Miles' turn. That's got to be one of the harsher things I've seen done, I will admit.
I'm not hacking them apart with sharp metal.
No, you're making
you're
them...
just waterboarding them without the water.
I think he may prefer the sharp objects right now.
I say, as someone who's had an experience where they got stuck at one point and came close, yeah, I'll take the sharp objects any day. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think I once nearly drowned drinking a sun kiss.
Hey,
I
do you
don't
think
even...
if we puncture his lung and let it fill with blood, he'll last longer?
Depends the size of the hole.
Don't think that's how that works.
Well, he's got apple left lung, so at the moment, yes, anything that would give him liquid would work better.
Oh.
So Miles, you're
Right.
up.
Of course, I guess the other part of that would be, would he know that?
I'm not even gonna bother stepping back. Mythic Vital Strike.
Hold on, how can you... You shouldn't be able to use Vital Strike yet.
Really? I thought I had a thing.
Hang on, I need to double check. I think Vital
You
Strike has an
missed
attack
my
point,
thing.
has an attack requirement.
Which
I may have
one?
missed up on the feet then.
Yeah.
Vital Strike or
Yeah, Vital Strike, Pathfinder.
Yeah, it requires a +6 space attack bonus.
Oh, I thought it was a +5. Damn it. Okay, never mind.
yeah, there's a
I
couple
could
people in
use-
the group that can use it, but
Yeah, I thought it was a
I
+5
could
for
use
some
Vital
odd reason.
Strike.
I can use it. So can Mattias and Xanarin, I believe.
Yeah, but
Yep.
easy enough
I
to
can
undo,
use it.
but we can redress your feet later.
Either way, still that damage to his face.
Yeah.
He needs to have attack of opportunity if he wants.
He will take it, although he's probably going to, although he'll be dead soon after. $24 to hit?
No.
Well then.
Magnus.
Yeah, no idea what he just got himself into.
He's already dead, dude.
Oh,
He definitely
This is your
doesn't know
next
what he got
closest
himself
target.
into.
that one doesn't know what he got himself into.
Yeah, this one charged... I say, the other one charged Miles and thought he would live. And first hit killed him. And you did actually have a hit that would have missed there. Your shield bash would have missed.
That's a thing.
Yeah, so I'm just, as I say, there is still possible for you guys to miss. And wow, your damage was lousy. Still enough to kill him, but minimum damage on all
More
three
damage
attacks.
than I do.
Yeah, that is really lousy damage for me.
That's
No,
not
just-
damage for Magnus, yeah.
Just imagine when it gets to be even worse, where my lousy damage is like twice that. That is coming.
I know it is.
So is Boss Man now like flopping?
Yeah,
Dead
Boss
fish
Man
on
is
the
currently
floor.
helpless.
Let's restrain him and drop the spell. We could at least hand him over to have the guards of this town at least look and see if there's anyone he's connected to.
Onyx,
Yeah.
is there a way of dropping the spell?
Maybe.
You can choose, if nothing else, you can choose to dismiss it.
It's a standard action to dismiss your magic.
So out here is like the street, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drag him out into the street. And we can deal with him out there.
Okay, I'm presuming you bound him up with something, so I'll.
Yeah. Tie him up. Leave him in the corner. Onyx, would you mind?
I mean, we can't just
So,
bind our enemies with
Mr.
pure unadulterated fear.
Well, this
Mr.
guy
Merchant,
probably.
sir, we do apologize for the mess. I'm sure you won't mind cleaning up.
Of course, you save more than you know, and at which point he'll give a call, and you'll realise the reason he was standing there with a crossbow is because actually his family were here.
Aha.
Oh, we stepped in there.
No, I feel even better about removing the dead fish from the situation.
And if you'll excuse me, I need to go remove this spell before this man asphyxiate.
Okay.
No, wait. I got some liquid for him.
Oh, by the way,
Not the alchemist fire. No.
Not in.
and just to
public
say,
files.
I'll introduce you to the characters. The merchant in question was Cedric Morham, his wife was Fianna Morham, and their son is Bryant.
And sadly, it's not his son, according to the picture.
You try finding actual pictures of kids for RPG art that aren't JRPG.
Well, I'm just saying.
There is not much in the way of actual depictions of kids for RPG art, so yes, I occasionally have to resort to JRPG.
Oh no, I was just mentioning the fact that according to genetics, she slept with someone else.
Huh?
Suspension of disbelief, dude. There's go.
Red
Gotta
hair
be
is
a
probably
limit.
your recessive trait anyways.
Yeah.
Matthias
Matthias
is recessive.
Matthias is walking over Bonnie with some silk ropes. Good thing my life keeps me up to date with not.
Okay.
So let him breathe now, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
he doesn't
He's
have-
probably close enough to, dying.
No, like just let him go. Like it's gonna be a drain on the government's resources.
okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Paladin?
Onyx,
Yes.
please let
Okay.
this man breathe again. Miles, shut up.
Oh, it was Onyx. It was Onyx and Miles. Never mind. I thought Xamarin had agreed there for a second.
No. No.
The Dialana's silence for you is that very a mile?
Onyx kind of taps the guy on the forehead.
He is wide-eyed and terrified.
I'm gonna lean over him. So, what was your mistake?
This is openly cackling at this point.
I was gonna say he's still gasping for air at this point.
Give him a moment. Really see the game. Regain some breath.
Oh, and
I
Look
can
at that.
list a few mistakes he made.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
the-
I can wait.
oh, and just
I'll
to
get
say,
the
guys, any item worth up to basically as a reward, Cedric offers you basically pick of his items anything up to $5 grand.
Ooh.
What does he have?
Basically, he's a general sort of purveyor of magical items. So if you're looking for a magic item that's up to $5 grand, you can probably find it, or he can order it you in.
Total or for one item individually?
Per person.
Okay, fair enough.
Can I get
Right.
that $5 grand off of an item?
Yes, depending on what it is. Let me guess, you're looking to get the
War Mage's Helm?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna
And
get
I'll
the.
happily fork over the rest of the money.
Oh, and just to say, Onyx, because I figured I should bring this up, you are just applying your intelligence, not your intelligence and your constitution.
What's that now?
It would just be your intelligence, not your intelligence and your constitution.
Yeah, it's just a 1. Yeah, I figured.
Just making sure you weren't going to try and squeeze that past me.
No. It does say mental stat, I believe.
Yeah, just...
I'm grabbing the... Go ahead.
Just making sure, because, dear God, you would then be the most broken character in the group.
I'm picking up the Swordmaster's Flare Blue Scar, so I can increase my reach by 5 feet for 1 minute for 1 panache point.
Nice. Of course, doesn't that also technically then raise your AC as well, Onyx, because it increases your int and you get your int to your AC?
Yep.
I think Magnus may be beat again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or at least mashed.
Yeah, because of plus 4 to your intelligence and to raise it by 2, so yeah, I think Onyx is now at 32 AC.
So we're equal.
Yeah.
Magnus walks over, he's pulling on a blue scarf. He's not like these for the style.
I'll just message Anna to let her know about that.
I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go for the Ring of Chameleon Power. Get
Okay.
5 grand off of that.
No problem.
Oh yeah, hey guys, this is Magnus' wife's symbol I'm still working on. Or as I call it, the mother of all red flags.
Okay, so that's your personal symbol for the ship, is it, or...?
No, I was joking. That's Magnus' wife's symbol. It's the symbol of Slnet.
Ah! Sorry, whilst I follow Warhammer, recognizing the symbols is not always my best.
Fair enough.
I can recognize the Chaos Star, and I can sometimes recognize some of the Cornate ones, but those are the main ones I've seen pop up. That's going to get irritating. Oh, just trying to use spell check on a message being sent in Discord in the sort of mini messaging thing. Just whenever you try it, it reverts to the start and then doesn't actually do the correction despite you telling it to.
Oh. Any idea why you were being targeted, or was they just trying to rob you?
I think they were just trying to rob me. Basically, I think they were probably trying to get more magical items to stock up their gang and give them a better fighting chance against the guards.
That wouldn't really surprise me. Everyone okay?
Yeah, I managed to get these two into the storeroom and just figured I'd hold them off until I'd triggered the alarm, but your group got here before the guard did.
Yeah, seems to be the story of most things that happen with guard.
They've normally got a pretty good response time, but wouldn't surprise me if this lot had sent some of their other gang members to act as a distraction.
Yeah, possibly. At least if that's the case, at least it's only on the guards then.
Speaking of which, as you're discussing, the guards do pop up and pretty much give the explanation you expected. There was a barricade set up partway here and between here and the guard station.
Don't worry,
still
we
waiting for an
liberated.
answer.
We liberated their heads from their shoulders. Don't worry.
Yeah.
As
sorry,
Miles is saying things like,
Xanarin? Yeah, he's really not sure how to answer you.
Go on, try it. What was your mistake? If you're wrong, I'll tell you.
Oh, well, unfortunately he should have been quicker about the bloody job.
No, you made 2 mistakes. First, you disrespected a very fine establishment. You shouldn't do that. Not nice. And second, you disrespected me. And you disrespected my friends.
You just gave me a chance to use my shields. That's a in and of itself.
Yeah.
Also, the moment Miles starts speaking to the guards, I'm immediately standing behind him, holding up the symbol of whatever the group, I can't remember the name.
The Imperial Alliance.
The Imperial Alliance gave us.
Alright. No, we're not gonna make any objections to people trying to stop these lot anyway.
If you want some life advice
Local
from
gang
me,
of thugs.
stop being a fucking crook. You'll live longer. Maybe you'll be able to breathe in the meantime.
Matty starts motioning his hands in basically how Onyx casts a spell, just to fuck with.
Yeah. Right, well, he slams his mouth shut, starts holding his breath as the guards haul him off.
You guys are so mean.
Sometimes people deserve it. Some people, at least.
Alright.
I'm lawful good. I'm not necessarily nice.
So I always say when I play lawful good. Lawful good doesn't mean I'm lawful nice.
Yeah.
It could mean I'm lawful asshole.
Well, after you depart, there is it's actually the next day after your main shopping trip that you have one of the guards of your ship approach you.
Yeah.
I'll just take you guys back to the ship and then.
Do they give a reason?
Yes. Apparently, there's a girl at the pier who's asking to talk to the bunch of people who helped who helped break up the attack on the store.
Okay then.
All right, let's go.
Okay. She introduced herself as Sybil. She's probably about 11 years old. Although she's got a very weathered face, because she is very clearly homeless. You're the people who stopped the robbery yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I need your help. No one else will help me. Please?
What's the problem?
Me and my brother, we go out... Me and my little brother, we go out into the jungle into the forest to try and harvest stuff to sell so we can get food and, occasional night's rest. But something weird... But when we went out today, we went to this old abandoned ruin that we use sometimes, and something was there, and now my brother's trapped.
Trapped how? Like down a cliff? In a well?
He's hiding in the ruins. It jumped in between us, and he ran, and it went after him. So he was hiding in the. I think he was still alive when I went to try and find help, but I think it wants to try and eat him. I don't know what it is. I've never seen anything like it before. It's big and scaly and hairy as well. It was weird.
Then I say, let's get the ship moving and where are these rooms?
Yeah. Let's go kill a giant snake bear.
Whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, and we'll keep most of the pieces intact as well as we find them.
It'll be as intact as it needs to be.
Oh, I'm talking about the brother.
Oh.
Well, she gives you the location and...
Magnus, of course.
Would that be okay, Chris?
Okay, let's have a look.
Merchant 500 GP.
5,000
In addition
GP.
to what you said, up to 5,000 GP from the merchant as a reward.
Ah, right. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that's no problem.
Cool.
Dwarf gets even faster.
and the speedy dwarf gets even faster. Yes.
A dwarf with a 60-foot movement speed.
Alright, Magnus, after this, I think you and me are going to have to go to the base area. Just start seeing what things are faster than at this.
Many things.
Well, he's faster than a wolf, that's for sure. And a horse.
Yep.
I've been as fast as a horse for the entire game.
Yes. Oh dear. Well, let's be fair, you're faster than almost anything on 2 legs.
Okay, first off...
Almost anything?
I think there are
What's
some...
faster than me on 2 legs?
Magnus.
I think there are some Fae that have like a 60-foot... that have a 60-foot move speed as bipedal.
Okay, and one thing is... Miles, where the hell did that motorcycle come from, and where the hell can I get one?
I built it.
Put me next in line on the list for one.
What's that then?
Look at the map.
I was just moving you guys over, so that's probably why I'm slightly confused.
There's a motorcycle on the airship map.
Yes, I'll turn that into a token later. In fact, I'll try and do that now.
And it needs to be large.
Yeah. Ah, the steampunk motorcycle.
I couldn't find one with the Triceratops at the top.
Yes, well...
Triceratops skull at the top.
Yeah, that's because that's not exactly an easy thing to find. I've been trying for a while.
Alright, I think we're going to need a fleet of these bikes, make them able to fly, make them shoot flames out as we go, a bunch of leather vests.
Actually, this motorcycle can fly.
Good.
Fast is it, though?
How fast?
Let me double check on that.
Excuse me.
60, but as Swift, I can bring it up to 90.
I beat you flat out.
It's only mildly worrying that the dwarf is as fast as a motorcycle. Although it does get faster every level, I believe.
Every 5 levels.
My mistake.
I'm okay with this. I don't have to be as fast as the motorcycle, but... I mean... The faster I get, the more I can move before I make a full attack. Full attack.
Plus, you don't have rockets yet.
Rockets? Where am I gonna get... Oh. Never mind.
I say, did you forget who you were talking to?
Yes, I did. That was my mistake.
Hence why I made sure to add yet to it.
Yeah. This'll be fun.
I'll just update that with with the token, and then
So in a 60-foot radius dark room, I can see the entirety of the room and move there, kill something in 6 seconds. Bad time.
Yes, you have warped time and space around you to become the teleporting dwarf.
And just imagine if you could actually teleport.
I mean, admittedly, you haven't got my favourite tricks of teleporters, which is when you can do remote apportation of non-organic materials. Great for fights. Oh, you've got grenades. Oh, I've got the pins.
Because that's not dumb or anything.
I got your gun.
Just wait until I have improved the dirty trick of my reach.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's my favourite trick to see done with teleporters. It's sort of, oh, you're the military coming to fight a teleporter, and you brought grenades.
It is really good.
There's a reason why you keep Boone inside the pouch.
Yeah, fair point, but you know what I mean. It's
yeah, it's a fun meme.
That's where you alchemists fire.
See,
Fun fact,
shields don't rely on technology.
Really
Your shields do. Remember, they're force shields.
They're not the emerald ones.
yeah, you'll have to get them reworked.
Crafted them.
You'd have to get them reworked, which Miles you can do.
Then Miles just adds them so they're just a bunch of jagged spikes coming out of the crystals as well. Tons of bleed damage.
I don't think that's how that works.
The motorcycle ate me.
We can try.
Oh, I just need something that can give me a fly, a swim, and a climb speed at my speed.
And why did that not copy the... it did copy it, it was just that the motorcycle had pop-in.
You'd have to replace the boots of striding and sprint. Actually, no. Actually, no, never mind. This does one.
Well, there is a belt you could get later that gives a climb speed, but it's not a particularly good climb speed.
We still need to get Magnus the Steel Walker's boots.
Yes, well...
That.
Magnus, you saw those, right?
Oh, what?
The boots I sent you.
The Steel Walker's boots.
I sent you after him.
Yeah, the psionic
They're the
boots.
ones that...
Yeah, and, okay guys, so this is the area that you were told about, and, yeah, it's fairly obvious what the creature once you get anywhere close to it, which you hear a scraping of claws on stone and a deep bass growling.
I glance at the smarter people in the party and glance, what the fuck is...
Yeah, just so you get a quick look at the full image of the beastie.
No, never mind.
Can I tame it?
Given that its
Have
nature...
fun.
Given that it's very clearly fiendish in nature, no.
I'll get started in the grave.
Come on!
I get
Is that
started in the
knowledge
grave.
Arcana or knowledge planes?
Either will work.
It's literally just... It literally looks like a big griffin.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't mean...
Big demonic griffin.
Not really, no. It's at least more manticore-ish.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, it is an infernal manticore.
Here I am yelling to half-fiend Manicore and I'm muted.
As swift action, I get. It would be an outsider, right? Since fiendish.
Yes, technically it's considered an outsider. Yes, it would also be considered native normally, but this one isn't. Also, from what you can tell from its strange traits, Yeah, this thing's clearly been brought in from a different plane somewhere.
Do we
Okay.
have any
Yeah.
idea where the kid is?
In its belly.
Probably inside of it, yeah.
Can someone give me a perception check?
Yes.
I'll give you one. It's not going to matter much considering what my perception's like.
You never know when that natural 20 will come.
Considering I have no ranks in perception. There you go.
Did well.
Okay, from what you can hear something over the rat growling, and you do think that the kid's actually alive, given the way that it's scratching at part of the wall.
So like in here?
Oh, that Zangief's even got a better one than I did.
Yeah, it's
So like
yeah,
in...
yeah, he's somewhere
Okay.
in there, and basically it can't get to him because it's trying to force its way through, but the bits of ruin that are still standing are surprisingly tough.
Runes can be that.
All right. So how do we want to do this then?
Try to kill the thing before it kills the kid.
Yeah.
Usually things are defenseless when they're eating.
I've got an idea. I've got an idea. I'm gonna get Limerin to.
Airdrop you on top of the Manicore.
No. I'm gonna tell Limerin to go around and get the kid, and actually I'm gonna ride Limerin around, go get the kid. If you guys can kill it in the meantime, preferable.
So you fuck off and let us do all the 30 work.
Whilst
Yeah.
also ensuring the safety of the kid.
Well, considering the fact the kid's been here at least for hours, I think he's going to be fine.
Okay, fine. If you want me to come and fight with you, then I'll just send Limerin alone. Surely a griffin won't terrify the kid at all.
Compared to that thing, probably not.
Fair enough. Okay.
Kid's
So
probably
yeah,
catatonic from having to deal with that thing anyway.
I'm gonna tell Limerin to fly over and
Onyx
land
just in hops over to there.
in this area, and Onyx just teleport. That works.
Okay, yeah, he is there. I'm just bringing him about. Just he's on the GM layer at the moment because didn't want you to be able to tell exactly where he was straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
look at the other melee people. Safe to say, we leave the heads to mount it in our.
Of course, you lot are after mounting the head on a wall.
Of course, with something like that, can you really blame me?
No, I can't. I mean, it's a four-eyed, extra spiny manticore.
So if we're going to actually mount it, we don't need its eyes. So I want all of its eyes.
Yeah, we probably need to replace them anyway. Actually, did we save the T-Rex head? Because I actually wasn't here for.
Yes, you saved the... Oh god, why do I get the feeling that there's going to be some sort of main gun being made out of this?
Well, actually, what we do, Miles, is we still mount them in our house. Then you just hide guns on the wall.
Not what I was expecting.
So
Yeah, initiative.
Onyx gets to there in a move action and can
Hey,
then go
Chris.
the kid back.
They're not for guns. They're heads for the first two Zords.
And to be... Oh, I didn't know... I don't think you kept the T-Rex's head, no. I think you just took the organ.
Damn.
Yeah, we took the organs out of it.
Oh, you guys disappoint me so much.
Hey, I have a Triceratops head.
To be fair, it was a case of not... To be fair, it was a case of not really being in a position to haul it while the rest of the jungle was trying to eat you.
There is that on that case.
Excuses.
Nah.
Alright, we're heading back to that world and going on a hunt just for one of those things' head.
What, so turning...
He wants that for his Zord.
So we need a mastodon, a pterodactyl,
Yep.
Saber-tooth tiger.
triceratops, a saber-toothed tiger.
Are you
And a
suggesting that we
Tyrannosaurus.
just go for the set?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yes.
considering they were a team of 5 and we're a team of like 7, yeah, we do need a couple extras.
So we need a dragon and a white tiger then too.
Yeah, maybe too much. Maybe too much similar.
I was going to say, to
Actually,
be
no,
fair,
tiger.
if
We
you're
could use
going
the
to do
man-
that,
we
there
could use
is
the Fiendish
actually at
Manicore head
least
as one.
one Power Rangers series where there was actually a 7 Zord configuration.
Are you kidding?
There's
those
no
are some of the
good.
new ones
There's
that
no
it's like
good
24.
season though.
Yeah, fair point. I will, yeah,
I
I
mean,
will, yeah,
They-
yeah.
20 Zord combination in RPM because I've actually watched it.
Oh, don't remind me,
But
that series
it's not
was,
a good one.
no.
Nope. It's just varying. It's just varying amounts of enjoyable cheese.
Yeah, I will admit, yeah, I will admit there was an idea on the old Paizo forums I was half tempted to put up, but I didn't know whether it'd fly with this group, which was, yes, we're doing Mythic, and the Mythic comes in the form of Power Ranger abilities.
That would have actually been funny.
I don't think I'd enjoy it for a whole campaign, but I definitely do like a one or short
I'll
campaign
put together a one. I'll put together a 1 or a 2 shot.
Would be hilarious.
But then I need to find art for Ivan Ooze, because if I'm doing a 2 shot of Mythic Power Rangers, I'm doing the Power Rangers movie my own twist.
Get to be the dragon.
Hold on, that
I want to
didn't
be Red
work.
Ranger anyway.
That didn't work. Hang on, need to recorrect that. And it wasn't clicked on the beastie, so it's a good thing that it went all hate. So at least it doesn't. So at least I don't have to adjust things too much. Let's see if this works. Oh, did it? Oh no, it did work right. I just need to. Okay. And one last time, because this time I'll remember to highlight it.
Oh, I don't have initiatives rolled, do I? Okay, initiatives. Cordon.
Let's say it's gradually going to get faster.
No,
Every single
'cause
time it
I'm
rolls.
bringing it back down. Don't worry. Why did that not work?
Here's the capstone of the speed.
What now?
Look at the score.
Ludicrous speed now!
Okay, let's see.
They've gone bad.
Spaceballs.
Yep.
I need to rewatch the movie. It's been so long.
Yeah, my copy of that movie sits right next to my Star Wars movie copies.
Yeah, I still wish they'd done the sequels rather than Star Wars becoming the sequels to Spaceballs.
Agreed. I've got a Rick Moranis collection. I own my 2 buy lists on Amazon.
Right, so Onyx, you're up first.
So Onyx Tim hops over to there
Mm-hmm.
and looks at the kid and says, "Yeah, your sister sent us. Would you like to go home now?"
Yes, please.
He holds out his hand.
I was gonna say, you will notice Onyx lining up this part of the collapsed tower, if I can get it to work, are several clusters of spikes.
Odd.
Well, it is Manicore.
Yeah, Manticore. Well, you know that Manticores can launch their spikes, and that.
Oh, those kind of spikes. Gotcha.
Yeah, and you also notice that.
Like metal
When he
spikes.
said odd, I realized, oh, he doesn't realize those are the Manicore spikes.
Yes,
No, I
and,
was thinking you said spikes coming out
I
of the
will
wall.
say they are dug. They are dug several inches into the stone.
So he holds out his hand,
The kid will take it.
and then he dim doors the 2 of them back to.
Okay.
Actually, let's make that over here behind this tower.
Yes. Let's just make it
Probably never
out
do.
of.
I can't bring the.
I was gonna say,
the
Limmering can't go that far. Can't go with them. It's dimension
Oh,
door.
I was just thinking that he probably never even made it over the place.
Well, you could have done as part of the surprise round. So yeah, you could be over there.
Kid's safe. Have at it.
Can I get to the thing? as part of the surprise round?
Yeah, you could. Well, let's see. Yes, you could have moved. So yes, you can be up close and personal at the start of the turn.
I'll move up as well.
Oh, the poor manticore. It's going to be dead before it gets a turn. You would also, as you move closer, realise one thing. Yeah, this thing's got mythic power coursing through it.
Ooh.
Oh, fun.
It'll be a good fight.
At least the one, and then of course the one mythic item we have is the spellcaster's item, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say with the rolls you'd have been able to assess it. Okay, here's what it's got, so you know. It's a beastie. It's a giant savage infernal manticore, which means it's got an intelligence of 2, which is why it hasn't tried outsmarting the kid. Its natural weapons are treated as evil for the purpose of damage reduction. It's got damage reduction 5 epic, energy resistance 10 to all energy types, and spell resistance 20.
You said it was
Manix
evil?
isn't going to be doing much this slot.
Yes, it's considered to be an evil native outsider.
Excellent! We can get past his DR.
Yeah, it's called Smite.
I have weapons against evil.
Weapons against evil ignores most. I don't think it ignores DR epic.
Let me go ahead and get spell. Ignore the DR of evil creatures.
They have DR 5.
Oh yeah, as long as it's not DR epic.
Yeah. I thought it. I didn't think it applied to DR epic because that would be a bit insane.
Damn.
Yeah, when it specifically calls it out.
Well, actually, what you need to do is check to see if there's a mythic weapons against evil.
Yeah. Let me check that real quick. I don't think
there isn't at the moment. I am happy to create one at a later date.
Later date and time, then.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you would need mythic spell casting to do that.
Probably. Alright, Maddox's turn.
Yeah.
He'll 5-foot step up, he'll activate a scarf, and at least the way I'm going to flavor it is he throws his sword up into the air and sort of has this blue sort of shimmer as it swings to it.
Okay, fair enough.
And the creature's going to get attack for opportunity because I think both of us would be both clearly forgetting the fact that he gets an attack for opportunity whenever I take a shot.
Yeah.
I don't have the ability yet that ignores.
Okay, so.
And ignore the hasted attack. So.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing its attack roll because. Yeah.
Does it have combat reflexes? Because it hasn't gone in combat yet.
It does indeed.
There you go.
Yay. And I don't even regain my panache because that crit doesn't technically count.
And 17 misses, I'm guessing.
Yep. Well, I'm probably going to get at least a couple more on my way.
So the first attack from each, is it? Or whole lot?
All of them I've full attacked.
Okay, right. So apart from the haste, so hit, miss. So your first attacks hit for each one, and yeah, basically it's only your first attacks that hit on this time.
He's even with the 29.
Well, your 31 and your 29 hit.
Okay.
I was meaning that your sword attack 2 and rapid shot don't hit was all I was mean.
Yeah, fair enough. That was my mistake.
So 19. So and so that's 8 damage, and so that's 11 damage. Because energy resistance applies, as does damage reduction. Xanarin, you're up.
I'm gonna 5 foot up, and then buff Matthias. Going to ability. Give a quick loyal oath to Matthias, so that's gonna be a +5
to AC and
to
saving throws.
AC and all saves.
Okay.
Thank you.
And is Limerick doing anything, or?
Well, yeah, that's that's a swift or 5 foot and then.
They've used your move.
Limrin is.
Well, Limerick gets his own set of actions anyway, dude. I did say that.
Yeah, Limrin's gonna dart back over towards the sort of staging ground and
Okay, fair enough.
let Onyx rejoin the fight.
Okay.
And then Xanarin's just gonna take a defensive action after that.
Okay, right. Corden, you're up.
Alright. Oh. Yeah. Corden up. And I'm gonna learn how to do these quicker eventually. We're gonna smite. Nice big long explanation of what smite does.
Yeah. And then you're going to be
Adding my charisma bonus to my attack roll.
Yeah. Oh.
That's gonna be a 32 for the attack.
Okay, so that hits.
Okay, 17 plus. Where is it? I've got to get used to using smite, so I know all this by my head.
It's
Plus 14, 31. It's the first successful attack, so that one gets 2 points per level.
Okay, so
Instead of 1 point, so it'll be a total of 31 points of damage, and it ignores all the DR.
Okay, right.
Smite evil attacks bypass any DR the creature might possess.
Right.
Period.
Okay, Miles' turn.
Okay, I'm shooting at it. But I'm going to use a mythic point to make it force damage.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Yeah, that confirms.
Seriously? Is that a confirm?
Yeah.
That's a confirm. Holy shit.
Holy crap.
And I thought Akka was bad.
Yay, times 4 weapon.
Oh my god.
And that's his force damage, correct?
It's all force damage. All of it.
So 143.
And that's a single attack.
And it's dead.
Oh, wow.
Right through the heart.
I just sort of look at my gun. I'm like, well, shit.
Xanarin's gonna sort of look back at Miles. You've been holding out on us.
Well, yeah, but not that much.
Then what the fuck happened? Did you put a little bit too much alchemist fire in that one?
You're right. It needs more alchemist fire.
You need more cowbell.
And so I'm guessing somebody's coming over to try and harvest this thing.
Oh, we're taking
Yes.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're taking
somebody
a 20.
with a decent survival skill, please.
I think Magnus is taking a 20 on this, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I was hoping that thing would actually be a fight.
It would have been if that crit didn't happen.
Yeah.
There was a 5% chance that it wouldn't be a fight.
Problem is, 5% came up.
Yeah, alright, I need to start revising what kind of monsters I'm throwing at you guys.
Constant.
Large numbers of smaller hit points, I think, is going to be the winning shot for you.
Well, you know, he could have just given the Manicore heavy fortification.
True.
This is also very true.
Yeah, apart from I just...
75% chance to turn the critical back into a normal.
I'll remember that for future monsters. Thankfully, I have the cult to deal with you guys next week.
You mean the Sanguine Covenant?
No, I mean the Psionic cult.
I'm with the Sanguine Covenant.
The Sanguine Covenant, despite their methods, are actually good guys.
Yes.
Exactly.
So is the Inquisition.
I won't permanently hold it against.
Like I said, despite their actions.
They are very much an example of lawful good, but not lawful nice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also, lawful batshit crazy.
Yep.
Like, it's either join them or get put on one of their blocks. At least,
Okay,
or at least
so,
pretend to join them.
Magnus, what's your result with a 20? Taking 20.
Yeah,
I did actually put something on for your Did you see the new items thing, by the way, Magnus?
I remember the cap. I didn't see the new items other than...
Basically, I put some items for future reference for you. One of them's an iSpot item that gives a +5 to perception and knowledge engineering. Since you mentioned wanting stuff like that.
Want.
Yeah, that's $5 grand though, so future material, eh?
That's my take 20 for survival.
Okay. So 34. So you're able to happily remove these. So you're able to happily get the skull and extract the eyes for Miles. You also managed to get the tail, and I'm guessing you're taking the hide and other components.
I'm taking everything that can be taken.
Okay.
I need a bag of holding just to complete the part.
Okay. A couple of things that are of note. Yeah, this thing's hide is surprisingly potent. You think if you can get someone with enough skill, you can probably preserve its traits for being made into armor.
I've got an idea for that.
As in, you can turn this stuff into leather armor that has DR5 epic and resists either one or potentially up to all types of energy.
Well, the moment you look at the layman, this is wrong. Get it up, carrying it off to bring to the blacksmith we met yesterday. I'm fucking with you. Matt Ace is definitely. You can definitely tell Matt Ace is interested.
Yes, and okay. This is we're going to be wrapping it up fairly soon because well, I need to prep. Well, I need to do a lot of prep before I can start you on the cult battle because that's going to be a multi-session thing.
He's also got to reconsider his strategy.
Yeah.
Because he can't mind control me anymore.
To be fair, I could just mind control Miles and have him shoot you all in the back of the head.
True, though. Before we
see.
go, I actually do have a couple things I've just recently come up. That we go
I
ahead
have-
and handle.
I have a mental buttress too, so.
Never mind. Well, there's always Onyx.
There is that.
No, it is tried in my control the Arcanist. Well, Arcanist Wizard, whatever the hell he is.
Yeah, it's harder, but at the same time, him having the artifact and being able to go and entangle and mythic fireball.
True. Alright. First off, reuniting the kids.
Before we go, though, when you get back, you are reunited, and when you reunite Rolf and Sybil, there's another person standing by who who looks down at them and says, now that this has happened, would you finally listen to me and take the spare room? And Sybil gives a sad nod. I told you before, it's good. I've been telling you for so long. It's not charity, it's me doing the right thing. And he looks up at you and goes, nothing worse than stubborn kids.
So who are you then?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He looks up and goes, I'm Cassius. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you, Cassius. I'm Onyx.
And who are you to these kids?
Friend of their parents. I've tried getting them to stay with me for a while. Their parents only passed away a year ago, but they refused to take charity. Unfortunately, their parents were just as stubborn about that sort of thing.
Sense motive?
Same.
Yep. Even though my sense motive is crap.
Onyx believes every word.
Come on. Anyone else?
I'll have Sionmi do it if nothing else, because I think she's got a good sense motive.
Would make sense for her.
Yeah.
Seems plausible to me.
Well, we don't know how plausible it seems yet. The GM hasn't told us.
But I have rolled low sense motive so far, so.
That's fair.
And Anna hasn't put her skills in yet.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
To be fair,
Well,
if she's
to be
having
fair,
internet
if she's
trouble,
been having those problems all day.
so
Yeah, no, fair enough. Never mind. That's what my mind for him.
Okay, so as far as you can tell, he's being completely honest.
I'm instead going to sense about the kids that they seem scared at all, at least of him. 29.
No, they're both comfortable around him. They seem kind of reluctant, but as far as you can tell, that seems to be very much more the they don't want to be taking charity sort of thing.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna walk over and shake his hand.
Okay.
Good to see that there's people like you that are still in the world.
Yeah. Here I was expecting to detect evil.
I was tempted.
Alright,
well, if his intentions seem honest, he hasn't really lied to us
Yeah,
yet.
well, that's why I said I was tempted, but I didn't because, according to my sense motive check, hey, he's on the up and up.
Okay.
I feel he's on the up and up. I have no reason to actually do it.
There's one other
so.
thing before you go. Would you mind stepping into my shop for a second?
I pull on my rifle. Sure.
He goes in and takes down a dusty case, and he looks at Xanarin. Well, you definitely. Well, I have to say. Well, partially as thanks and partially because, from what I've been able to gather about you, you do seem to stand up to what I was told. I have something for you.
Is my reputation already spreading?
A particular lady
That you're some whacked out religious nut from another dimension?
I was going to say, a particular, a certain lady who gave me some help a few years back told me about you. But I wanted to make sure that you were actually who she was talking about. I suppose I should properly introduce myself. I'm what's called a Forge Lord. I specialise in crafting magical items.
Okay.
And the lady who inspired me to craft this said that it'd serve you well and serve NeoExodus well for it to be in your hands. This is my masterpiece. And he reveals a longsword, crafted in the image of with a hilt in the image of a sun, clearly made of adamantine.
That is an absolute
That's pretty cool.
fine work of craft right there.
It's not got its full power
Nice
yet,
much
but
shade.
the lady said you'd be the one to bring out its full potential.
What lady is this?
The
He
Lady
looks
of
at
Light.
Xanarin and says, I think your friend knows what I'm talking about.
I think that I do.
Ah, this Iomade.
So what you're looking at is a +1 sacrosanct adamantine longsword.
Yike.
Well, that's what it is for now. You can feel the sleeping power. This is very clearly an artifact.
The kind of chant, isn't it?
He's just gonna let out a low whistle as he gives it a couple of test swings.
Oh, I will
fairly
just,
gent.
there is you do feel one other trick it's got, which he does say, there's a test board over there. Give it a quick swing.
I do so.
Okay. When you do you follow the impulse for the power?
Yeah.
Okay, it launches out a spear of light that thunks into the test board. 3 times per day you can fire a Spear of Purity as a spell using the wielder's ability to determine caster level and DC.
I like this thing.
I like it.
I'll just
I'm gonna look over at him, and then back down at the sword, and then back over at him.
nice
May Iomade continue to watch over you.
And may the Inheritor guide your path.
Reach out, shake his hand again, and then before I leave, I'm gonna try and do this without anyone else seeing, but I'll probably fail. I'm gonna drop 1,000 GP to help take care of the kids on the table. Both is, thanks for him just being in general a good person, and for the fact that taking care of small humans can be expensive.
Yeah. But, glad you like the sword.
So that's probably gonna be sleight of hand or stealth?
Yeah, that would be
Well, that makes
Matthias
sense.
sees it.
I was going to say, more to the point, most of the party hears it. 1,000 gold is not
Yeah,
quiet.
No.
But are you familiar with Sacrosanct, or...?
Huh?
Are you familiar with the Sacrosanct ability, or do you need the link?
I'll take the link.
Okay, just be a second. Effectively what it means is that a certain number of times per day you can boost the range of channel energy. But you can also spend mythic power to do it as a at-will action, if I remember correctly.
Yep. And it also counts as a holy symbol.
Yeah, he doesn't need that so much because he's got the...
I already have the whatever they are. I've got it written down.
And it as mentioned in the write-up, which I forgot to mention, it does count as good for as far as negating damage reduction is damage reduction is concerned.
Very cool. But yeah, I've already got the Vestments of War, which act as a divine focus.
Yeah, but if you haven't decided to swap out the Vestments of War, then your sword is
Yeah, that tends to be helpful.
I'm gonna let everyone else sort of funnel out, but I'm going to the shop. Perhaps try giving them an allowance. I think they're working for something that may help convince them to think it's less charity.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I think I'm going to call it there, guys, and we will be back next week with where you will be introduced to the leaders of the Section Omega raid and begin the travels to deal with the cult in the Whispering Hills.
I have a question to those people who are the religious types here that can roll religion check.
Okay.
Can vampires regrow teeth?
I think so.
26 knowledge religion?
Without making the roll, I'm saying I think so. I only got a 20 on the roll. I only rolled a 7.
I don't think it's ever been stated one way or the other, but yes, I would say that they can.
I've never tried it, but in theory.
Thank you, that gives me ideas.
That's a worrying statement.
Is anything about Miles not worrying?
You know, the funny thing right there would have been for me to lie.
Yeah, I think that might have got you in trouble. Although greater good and all that.
Yeah.
We are not giving Miles
It's a
ideas.
vampire.
This is for overall good. But right, so we'll see you next week, folks, and if anyone wants to, for anyone who's out there watching, this will be uploaded tomorrow to YouTube, and in addition to that, we'll also be I'll also be back on Hand of Fate come Tuesday. Might even look into getting Hand of Fate 2, because at the moment that's more likely than me getting hold of any of the JRPGs that I'm looking to stream in the future.
What are you looking at?
Probably one of the Tales games.
That doesn't seem like it'll be that bad.
It's more the fact that they're 40 quid.
Yeah, fair enough.
They were down to a tenner on the Steam sale, and I missed the deadline to buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah. I've got